let's do this. Okay, so for everybody who is anybody is watching Invincible. Now, I don't know what your experience was with watching it, and I would love to hear it if you want to leave a comment. But Invincible, that kind of came out of nowhere for me. And I'm saying this because as much as I like comic books, comic book movies, those type of genre films, I was unfamiliar with the Invincible comic book series. And that made this show better for me because I did not know what to expect. I was completely floored and surprised by everything that occurred in this first season of Invincible. And I say first season because it's two more seasons have been ordered, but does that shock or surprise anyone? I mean, the show was really, really well done. The animation is a little rudimentary and fine with me because it doesn't take away from the great story that has been told with Invincible and a situation or a problem that we have no idea, especially if you were like me coming into this thing 100% blind. We didn't know where this thing with Omni going. We didn't know where this thing with Mark Grayson was going. And so before I go any further, if you've not watched season 1 of Invincible on Amazon Prime, who has been dropping us diamonds over the couple of years here, if you haven't watched Invincible season 1, just tune out of this. Don't listen to me spoil it for you because it is an excellent show. And the big question is what happened with Omni-Man? And we found out at the end of the season. We also found out that there are other problems in this universe. And I loved it. So from here on out, spoilers. Hopefully you guys are not going to let me ruin Invincible for you. Are they gone yet? Have they gone yet? Because let me tell you, I wasn't expecting what I got out of Invincible. The first episode of Invincible, to me, okay, of course, it set up an awful lot of things we could expect moving forward with the series. And let me tell you, I was quite shocked and surprised by the end of episode 1 of just how graphic things were going to get. We watched Omni-Man kind of lose shit and just start killing the other superheroes in this universe. So just like the boys, see in this universe that there is a group of superheroes that are guarding Earth. They are the guardians of the globe. Not to be mistaken with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they were the Guardians of the Globe. And they were one superhero that represented the superheroes in the DC universe that we are very familiar with. They have each one of their own representations of these heroes, I guess you could say. And the Superman hero is kind of at the center of this show, and that Superman hero is named Omni-Man. Now, the difference between him and Superman is that when he came to the planet Earth, I believe he was already an adult when he got to Earth. And for 20 years, he has been married to Debbie. So Debbie is his wife, and they have a child, and their child's name is Mark. So Omni-Man is Nolan, and their last name is Grayson. So Nolan Grayson, Debbie Grayson, and Mark Grayson are a family. And at the beginning of the show, we see that they are kind of looking in expectation for Mark's power to kick in. So we are along for the ride when Mark's powers kick in and we find out exactly what are. But then we were thrown for an absolute loop when Omni-Man murders the Guardians of the Globe. Like in graphic, freaking horrible, freaking Quentin Tarantino level gore is what we got when we watched Omni-Man destroy the Guardians. You know, the whole season is following great Mark Grayson's transformation into Invincible, which is the name of his hero name, and how he managing that, his family, his friends, school, work, all of those things. Also following the investigation into who murdered, who would have the power to murder the Guardian. And there's only one person in the world who could have done that, and it was Nolan. It was Omni-Man. So the question at the forefront of the season was like, why? Why did you do this shit? Were they bad guys for real? Were you being controlled by some malevolent force? Why did you kill the Guardians of the Globe? And while the characters in universe were trying to figure out who killed the Guardians of the Globe and again, why they did. So there we got some answers. By the end of the season, we definitely got some answers, and it might not have been the answers we was looking for, might not have been the answers we wanted, but we got some answers. And it was, very, like I said, very well done. Kept us in until pretty much the final episode, where we find out that Nolan is not a good guy. No, he's from the planet Viltrum, and the Viltrumites basically say they own some Thanos type shit. They're saying to themselves that they want to purify life throughout the galaxies. And what they've been doing is going and conquering planets, getting rid of any obstacle that might be in the way, and taking over and killing up all of the people who are basically non-powered or not Viltrumites. And while Nolan did create his prodigy in Mark, he had to see exactly what side of the fence Mark was going to sit on when it came time to take over Earth. So he waited for these powers to kick in, and then he went on like the biggest fucking killing spree in the world. And the killing spree was supposed to get even worse. He was supposed to basically just kill off the whole universe. Kill off the whole universe. So Invincible has been picked up again for 2 more seasons. And that should be a good amount of time to tell the story, to get us past Mark's mom, that he looks at her more like a pet, which kind of pissed me off. You don't sleep with your pets. I mean, you might pets sleep in the bed with you, but you don't make a baby with a pet. So yeah, that was one of the things that kind of like, how dare you compare this boy's mama to a pet, to his face. That wasn't a good thing. I didn't like it one bit. Invincible, highly recommended. I really, I'm telling you, what are you even doing with your life if you are not watching Invincible?